with the reward.
Welcome to WWE Money in the Bank, where the champions can breathe a sigh of relief knowing the Money in the Bank ladder matches are taking place on the northern side of the country. Also, what do you bet we intentionally had the ladder matches take place away from the rest of the show so that we didn't get another Money in the Bank cash-in on the same night for the third year in a row? Also, since there aren't any fans allowed due to our current situation, why not just have the entire pay-per-view take place on the roof of WWE headquarters? Hell, the atmosphere on the roof looked much more epic than the average performance center. Seriously, we gotta give props to whoever's creating these amazing promo videos. The animation and editing looks absolutely fantastic, just like with WrestleMania 36.
Impossible odds.
The odds of winning the Money in the Bank ladder match have been impossible about 0% of the time since 2005.
You must fight through every obstacle.
Unless, of course, you take the entire elevator to the roof, which nobody apparently seems to do for whatever reason. Some do make it to the elevator, but then get off at the next floor. Holy shit, you mean to tell me that WWE stopped using Donald Trump's entrance theme song as the music for Money in the Bank? About time. It only took them all the pay-per-views to realize that using the same song is lazy. Man, I feel bad for the production crew setting up the ladders in the performance center knowing full well these ladders will never be used at all throughout the night. Really makes you question again why the entire night wasn't on the roof of the headquarters.
Oh, people at home!
Wah, wah. Good lord, the New Day is becoming the Charlotte Flair of holding the tag team titles, ensuring they reach double digits and potentially pass Ric Flair. Also, if the New Day was going to end up winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, I question why it wasn't done at WrestleMania in that ladder match. It was merely a delay to now.
The most unique Money in the Bank ladder match.
I've heard the words most unique Money in the Bank ladder match in history about 5 times since the show aired, and we're only 4 minutes in. They're overselling this out the ass tonight, aren't they? Here's 5 sins. That should cover the damage. Also, what's the point in talking about a match taking place in a different state, especially when the main focus should be on the Fatal 4-Way match about to take place right now? You can literally see the CGI graphics struggling to fit into this tiny arena. Kofi Kingston is just as surprised and creeped out at Biggie doing a split on the middle ropes as I am. Please don't do that again. The stage for the Forgotten Sons say forgotten no more, a phrase that's more than likely to become irrelevant and, no pun intended, forgotten.
2 men in the ring.
Biggie is addicted to Corey Graves.
The rules of this go like this. 2 men will be in the ring.
Still bullshit. You know, I feel really bad for Lucha House Party, mostly because whenever they're competing for the tag team titles, they're only present because WWE needed an extra team to complete the picture. Just for once, I'd like to see them actually win the damn titles.
Kingston and another one on the backside, and Kingston...
You can clearly see Grand Metalik paused before Kofi Kingston could successfully connect the elbow. Not even 1 minute in and I'm concerned already.
What's his rap name?
Johnny Drip Drip.
Johnny Drip Drip. The fuck kind of name is that supposed to be? Any rap names attempting to sound cool fucking sucks, just like the stupid genre of rap itself.
Wait. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow, that was actually pretty cool. Gotta love the athleticism and timing of that move. Alright, I was a little concerned, but things should hopefully start to shape up.
Cover now. Cutler of the Forgotten Son.
Grand Metalik kicks out at 1, yet the referee insists to continue counting to 2. Guarantee if Grand kicked out at 2, the referee would have counted 3 and awarded the tag team titles to the Forgotten Sons. I have a hard time believing that Money in the Bank would be the #1 trend in the United States at any time of the year, but in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, where the US is the most infected country on the planet, I call bullshit on this. Steve Cutler is in a prone position for either The Miz or John Morrison to tag themselves in, and they decided to talk amongst themselves on whether or not that's a good idea.
I believe it may favor the Lucha House Party. Oh, and
That move was well done, but I think you can guess why this is getting a sin instead of a sin remover. Stupid John Morrison could have easily countered. Hell, he even nodded his head to Lince Dorado in a way that says, I'm ready.
And Kofi Kingston.
Kofi, there are no fans in attendance. Who are you trying to hype up here? It's not working.
Metalik from the top rope. Oh my god!
That never ceases to amaze me, just like at the Elimination Chamber. Like I've said before, I wish the Lucha House Party were as successful as they are athletic. They'd be a dominant tag team if you just gave them a freaking chance. Send off for that awesome Hurricane Rana.
No disqualifications in a fatal... Wait a minute!
Here are 3 sins because the referee doesn't understand the rules of a Fatal 4-Way match. Whether it's fair or not, Jackson Riker has every legal right to interfere under the no disqualification rule.
We ain't never letting them go.
Until the moment we do let them go.
But it is just the match that I was made to win.
Insert name of wrestler claims that they were made to win an upcoming match because of the stipulation cliche. Something I don't get on the part of Lacey Evans in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Held an NCAA title, the WWE title.
You don't have to list off the accomplishments of Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre already knows who he beat at WrestleMania.
The guy's phenomenal.
No, that would be AJ Styles.
Make some noise! What's up?
This is why R-Truth is a freaking comedy legend in the WWE, one of the greatest of all time. He knows how to have fun even when nobody's around. Then again, there are a bunch of little Jimmies in the audience from his perspective, so he can hear their response. I don't like MVP's role here in the WWE, about to wrestle R-Truth and then decides to add Bobby Lashley into the mix impromptu style. It's bad enough this match was created by a random generator.
I'm trying to teach you about bowling.
As funny as R-Truth is, unfortunately, his comedy is no match for the power in the copyright infringement sin.
Movement in a foul mood.
Well, isn't that the understatement of the year? When has Bobby Lashley ever not been in a foul mood since rejoining the WWE?
I got this one, Pete. You could take the night off.
This is why we need authority figures in charge here. This shit is constantly spiraling out of control and I don't like it.
How come he get the night off, dog, and I don't get the night off?
Given how the circumstance of MVP getting the night off went down, R-Truth would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. By the way, Truth was supposed to be a guest star in one of these videos, but he thought the show was called Simpsons 2 expansion and kept asking me who gets to play Homer.
Bro, there's a whole big world.
Most hilarious unintentional slap I've ever seen. Even the referee is disagreeing with the most random match he's ever seen on a pay-per-view ever, and there have been a lot of them.
There goes Elvis.
What the hell? Bobby Lashley actually fell for the look over there while I try to run away trick? Holy shit, that was bad.
We saw it coming.
The terrible way R-Truth landed from Bobby's spear. Let's just be grateful this match didn't even last 2 minutes.
Tonight I'm gonna claim my second victory.
But if I successfully cash in, it will sadly be my first time.
And there is Bailey.
Ah, crap. I thought WWE wasn't going to be using Donald Trump's theme tonight. They suckered me in for that sin remover they so desperately wanted. Well, guess what? I'm adding that sin back plus another for trying to deceive the god of sins.
That led to Tamina pinning you for the victory.
Now what's up with interviewers always stirring up the bad guys and asking for an excuse to get their asses kicked?
It has been a very emotional week for Tamina.
Probably emotional because of 10 years of no success and being a background wrestler the entire time.
Introducing the challenger.
More unnecessary in-ring introductions designed only for getting a reaction from the audience. By telling Tamina to pay attention to her and not to Sasha Banks, Bayley would also be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. Perhaps a lot of Tamina's failures are because of easy distractions.
Actually pin Bailey in a tag team match.
Insert name of challenger pins insert name of champion in the weeks leading up to their title match on pay-per-view cliche. Usually it's in a tag team match too. Plus, getting a lucky pin on the champion in a tag team match doesn't exactly tip the odds in your favor when the title is on the line. Champions don't always perform at their greatest when their belts aren't being defended. Just saying. Tamina just did what all horny men have wanted to do with Bayley, except me. Bayley doesn't exactly look good trying to be like emo Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. P.S. Tobey Maguire is forever the GOAT of Spider-Man.
In her...
What's wrong with you? Disrespectful.
Why is Tamina doing this? Placing Bayley in the corner as if she just put her kid on a timeout for being bad? I think I now have an answer as to why she's never won any titles in her 10-year career. Oh, maybe except for the 24/7 championship.
Remember, champion's advantage here.
No shit, Sherlock.
And again, Bailey! And this is vintage Bailey right here.
Wait, hold on a second. Stop right there. Throwing a leg against the ring post is vintage Bailey? Aside from her heel turn this past October, we've hardly seen Bailey do that at all. Michael Cole is just adding vintage to every move anyone does. Also, adding another sin to Michael Cole simply because sinning Michael Cole for being annoying is vintage Christian Miracle.
Well, claims she is a role model.
Actually, you got the wrong Bayley character. The one who loved hugging the fans was the Bayley who claimed to be a role model, not the Bayley who destroyed her 2 men with the pickaxe I gave her. I mean, the pickaxe she had at the time. Why would Bayley ask for a timeout when Tamina is the one who took the most damage? That doesn't make any sense.
She said she was parched.
Bayley claimed to be parched, but did not take any sip from the water at all. Relax, Bayley. If Corey Graves had COVID-19, he wouldn't be present at the announce table. That water's fine.
Bailey, what do you think you're doing? Get down!
Throwing water in Tamina's face technically qualifies as using an illegal weapon against her, so why isn't Bayley disqualified?
What she can to get Bailey back.
Stop hesitating all the time, for God's sake! The referee sees Sasha Banks enter the ring, but doesn't do anything except yell at her, when she should be ejecting Sasha from ringside. Not too hard to do that.
Tamina!
Post-match assault.
Drew McIntyre.
Man, Seth Rollins sounds more high than he normally does. Has being the Monday Night Messiah caused him to become Meth Rollins or something?
And I need to be the Monday Night Messiah.
I thought you already were the Monday Night Messiah. You've been calling yourself that for about 5 months. Now you're saying you need to become the Messiah? What the hell have you been all this time? WWE most likely had the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt take on Braun Strowman just so fans wouldn't throw another temper tantrum on how The Fiend was defeated again. Prove me wrong.
Personal.
Indeed, the commentators are doing a good job no matter what anybody tells them, except when a sin in God says otherwise. Bray Wyatt cheering for his opponent just adds more to the creepiness factor of this epic character, and I love it.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Normally, I don't like the monologues of wrestlers, but come on, Bray Wyatt actually knows how to make it look good, all while focusing on the match itself.
Braun showing no sort of compassion toward the man.
You actually thought he would?
He actually won the Money in the Bank contract.
And lost it in a match that ended in a freaking no contest, which to this day is still bullshit. If the match ended in a no contest, then technically it never existed. But that was 2018, and Braun Strowman is the champion now, so it all worked out in the end.
What a collision!
Yeah, with no one to respond to. Well, what do you know? Money in the Bank actually did have fans in attendance. The Firefly Funhouse puppets. WWE managed to find a loophole with a no fans allowed rule. Although I think AEW's loophole was better. Yeah, I fucking said that. Don't freak out on me.
Sister Strowman hooks the leg and Strowman and...
If Bray claims to know everything about Braun, then he would know that a single Sister Abigail after almost no other damage would not keep him down. That one hilarious moment where we can hear Michael Cole's voice without his microphone on during the replay. Even though we figured Braun Strowman was messing with Bray Wyatt by donning the black sheep mask, this entire sequence was still awesome to watch. Bray sensed that Braun was messing with him, but still just stood around and did absolutely nothing about it. Well, thanks for making me shit my pants, Fiend. I'll meet y'all in the next match. Just gotta change my pants. This hacker guy said that the truth would be revealed at Money in the Bank, and the only truth we discovered is this entire setup feels like the next Emelina premiering soon promo.
Drew is a dominant champion.
Well, we don't exactly know that yet. By this point, Drew McIntyre has only held the title for a month. Cool shot of Seth Rollins standing over Drew McIntyre, but awkward given the WWE Championship is upside down.
This is the man who defeated Brock Lesnar.
Sure, let's just forget that Seth Rollins is also a guy who beat Brock Lesnar for a championship at WrestleMania, followed by SummerSlam that same year.
In the moment, to not look ahead.
Oh god, I swear they better not change the color of the WWE Championship to red and make it look like the previous design of the Universal Championship.
Remember, title can change hands only via pinfall or submission.
Holy shit, third title match in a row where we hear the most obvious rule of a title match. Can't change hands via countout or disqualification. My head hurts so much now.
I'm gonna let you take a breather. Take your time.
Why would you say that? Also, Drew McIntyre figures Christian Miracle hates stare-downs and stalling during these big-time matchups and encourages Seth Rollins to do just that. I'm on to you.
Another run.
Seth Rollins thinks he's Shawn Michaels.
Getting in Drew's face, trying to fight.
I'm sorry, but that was terribly executed. You could clearly see Drew throw himself into the ring post, giving himself all the damage, whereas Seth had nothing to do with it.
Keep the match inside, huh? Shut your mouth.
Damn, even Seth Rollins is tired of constantly hearing the rules being recited again and again. Sent off for the hilarious way he told the referee to shut up while not even looking at him.
What about you? Thor!
On second thought, perhaps Seth needed those instructions on the rules because he's just letting Drew get counted out instead of trying to win the WWE Championship. Haha, the table didn't break.
Splash! A whistle.
That was a kick out at 1, not 2, but I'm sure the referee will say that it was a 2 count. What else is new?
Really a new plan.
Man, Seth Rollins is such an idiot tonight. Using a chair in any way, shape, or form would cause Drew McIntyre to retain the WWE Championship, regardless of who hits the other with a chair. Seth Rollins is addicted to Drew's McIntyres.
Gone from bad to worse for the left. Wait.
Well, damn, that was freaking awesome. Anyone else like that counter? This match is starting to look good and it's... oh, last minute.
The countdown.
Counting down to the Claymore kick is a bad idea in general, but counting down to it with no fans in attendance is even worse, especially when your voice can easily be heard.
We're gonna have a new champion.
Byron Saxton just had to jinx Seth's momentum. It's very bad luck to prematurely shout that a new champion will be crowned.
That's it.
Seth Rollins lifted his head up throughout the entire pinfall, hoping it would keep his shoulders off the mat. But of course, that strategy failed. His head may have been up, but both his shoulders remained down. Ha ha! And even after Drew showed sportsmanship, Seth still went on a tirade of temper tantrums like a little child.
I didn't think I could beat him, but I did.
Even after being crushed by Bobby Lashley, R-Truth still remains an epic comedy legend. That's worth being praised more than once in this video.
I'm gonna sack you, Tom Brady!
We have to start on the ground floor.
Since it's time to send both Money in the Bank ladder matches at the same time, I just want to say that WWE did an epic job at coming up with a creative way for them to take place during this pandemic. To have to race throughout the entire WWE headquarters just to make it to the roof and then try to win the briefcase was the best decision I've ever seen of this concept. Here are 10 sins off because they deserve the praise.
Money in the Bank ladder match.
A 10-second intro for each wrestler and a graphic showing their name and accomplishments, meaning the commentators don't have to do that and we don't have to waste time. Perfection! Although, since there is no commentary for this match until the wrestlers win their respective Money in the Bank briefcase, what's the point of saying who each of the wrestlers are, especially since we can clearly see what their name is on the graphics. But I'm also taking another sin off because we don't get to listen to commentary throughout the cinematic fight. Woohoo! Now that's what I'm talking about!
That briefcase is mine.
AJ Styles is looking great for somebody who was buried alive for the past month. Who rescued him? Because The Undertaker literally killed Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson out of the WWE. That's a big mystery. Also, I thought both matches were supposed to begin in the lobby of the headquarters. Why are the men starting things off in a gym portion of the headquarters? Also, isn't WWE Global Headquarters a place for the company officials and not the training wrestlers? Why is their gym much bigger than the one at the WWE Performance Center? Otis points up for the Money in the Bank briefcase, but doesn't realize he was just pointing at the ceiling where there isn't a briefcase in sight.
Money in the Bank ladder match winner, Carmella.
Anyone else cringe and cover the rears when Carmella moonwalked across the marble floor causing a loud screeching sound? I feel bad for Nia Jax and Lacey Evans, but this is definitely going to be a fun match to send. See y'all in part 2.